Hey everyone, welcome back. We're jumping into the new DLC that's just been released for Total War Warhammer II, or released today. The Warden and the Paunch. So, I'm going to be playing a campaign in the Vortex campaign. I'm going to be playing Grom the Paunch, of the Broken Axe tribe. So, his faction's effects. He has access to Grom's Cauldron, so he cooks up a lot of food that gives different benefits to his army and troops. Temperate Islands he likes. He hates elves. In his Waaagh, it has a chance to contain pump wagons. The new Waaagh is pretty cool. How it adds another army to your current armies. And then you have a target that you attack. You'll see that shortly. Global recruitment for goblins is down by a turn because he is the Goblin King. Lord effects, plus 10 leadership when fighting against elves to his whole army. Goblins get physical resistance in the Lord's army, so that's pretty good. We might make him have a goblin-based army because of that. Upkeep, minus 50% for chariot and pump wagon units. He has regen as his passive ability, and his army's ability is Grom's Waaagh, and it places the normal Waaagh. So each of the lords has their own specific Waaagh. So their Waaagh, they call upon additional orc and goblins to field against enemy forces. They also have access to the underway, so they can go under mountains and impassable terrain, and an extensive unit roster with aggressive infantry, fast cavalry, and monsters. So this is the only orc faction you can play in the Vortex campaign. So I thought it would be fairly interesting, starting in these hills or mountains down here. Our starting roster is River Trolls, Stone Trolls, and we get a pump wagon as well. Okay, let's jump into it.
The waystones that guard all elven souls grow faint. Ulthuan is weak, still reeling from a ferocious Greenskin assault it barely survived. The grim Warden of Tor Yvresse has not rested since driving back the Green invasion. Prince Eltharion must be prepared. There will come a day when the Goblin King returns. It is only a matter of time. For in the desolate Southlands, a war of unimaginable power brews. War boss Grom, most feared and most colossal of all goblins, has long craved a second chance to annihilate the Asa. That time is now. Ulthuan will drown beneath a green tide. There must come the Waaagh to end all wars. But Grom's horde will meet a wall of unstoppable Asur might. Eltharion will defend his homeland until his dying breath. This is his vow. The Grim Prince and the Goblin King, two souls sworn to vengeance upon each other.
Here we go. The big revenge of Grom the Paunch. Years have passed since Grom's first siege of Tor Yvresse. Don't pronounce that right, sorry. His 11th hour defeat at Eltharion's hands did little to dull his massive appetite for conquest, or culinary delight, for that matter, but did put quite a dent in his previously bloated reputation. Intent on building up his Waaagh once more, he has raided his way south out of the Badlands in the hope of swelling his horde to a size befitting of a Goblin King. At the center of the great ocean, unfinished business awaits. So, it looks like we're going to come head to head in the end of this Vortex campaign with the Great Warden of the Elves. So that ought to be an interesting end battle.
The Paunch is back! Had a bit of time off, but enough rest and recuperation. Now, Grom is ready for some more fighting, looting, and most importantly, eating.
Recuperation.
Everyone thought I was done for after the punch up with the pointy heads. So now, I gotta remind all the boys who's boss. First, I's gonna smash these runty spider goblins, beat them all into submission. Next, we'll crump through the dead things in the desert, see if we can pick up a few stragglers from the Badlands on the way. Then, we're good to war. But the big prize is on the Pointy Heads Island across the sea. Oh, I once had me a good rampage up there, with the crazy shaman old Blacktooth egging me on. He said we had to destroy everything, as if I wasn't gonna. And then we ended up at the gates of that shiny old city. Yeah, the loot was good, but the fighting was better. We had us a right good scrap. Then Blacktooth went and lost his head, and all the boys packed it in the gates. That grim old pointy head thinks he's won, but it's time to show him Grom is still the best.
Grom is still the best. Here we go. Okay, so as you can see how they play the Broken Axe tribe. We have Grom's cauldrons, so we need to satisfy Grom's insatiable appetite for culinary delights. We can make strange and exotic ingredients, well, we collect them, and then they make specific dishes that will benefit certain actions on your campaign. Combining ingredients in Grom's cauldron can result in a powerful recipe with a variety of benefits to the tribe that last for a number of turns. I believe it uses scrap as well. So scrap is something we're going to need to get to upgrade technology and units and things like that. So a Waaagh is an unstoppable force that can be unleashed once your faction gains sufficient reputation, as in battling people, so on and so forth. If you don't have enough reputation, you do end up starting to get negative penalties, which isn't good. Once a Waaagh is called, it's targeted against a specific enemy. Additional mobs will flock to your armies for a period of time as your Lord's Waaagh battle abilities are temporarily boosted. Raising the enemy's capital within the allotted time or occupying it when the Waaagh ends will grant a trophy and rewards in addition to building momentum towards the next call to Waaagh. So whatever city you do target, and the targets have different strengths, so you get different rewards for whichever ones you defeat. You get scrap rewards and other trophies for it. You'll see that as we go along. Scrap. So Greenskins now... oh my gosh. Greenskins know not to waste good battle salvage, actively gathering any bits of scrap they find after battles or raising settlements. Scrap can be used to upgrade and improve the boys' armaments, research technologies, or fuel Grom's cauldron. So as I said, we use scrap to do our research, upgrade some of our troops, and we get that from battles and other things, as you can see there. Raiding, missions, technologies, things like that. And then we can also use the underway to get under mountains and the such.
First, I got to let those rat-nosed gits know the Goblin King's here. No better way than to take the stragglers' strongholds. If they've got a problem with it, I'll just have to make giblets out of them.
So, first objective, capture and occupy a settlement belonging to the following factions. Arachnos. So, there is a... The orcs operate like the Norse now, so if you destroy or you beat the boss, or the big boss as Grom calls them, in a battle,
The whole world's gonna be Grom's.
that will get the whole tribe onto your side, and you'll get them to confederate with you.
Get out of Grom's way, mountains!
So, first things first, what do we want to do? Probably campaign movement range to start off with, because that's going to help us move around the
Well, it's slow going up here.
map much quicker. We're going to want to go take this battle first.
Another triumph. Got it?
This is a pretty easy battle, but I do want to give you a battle to show you the units that we have and some abilities that they have to start off.
Remember it!
So we'll just do a little quick battle to show off some of the units very quickly. Take down Smorbit's Battacks. Okay, so
Grom the Paunch!
as you can see, we have our Waaagh over here. It's an 18-second duration. Once they build up enough Waaagh points from battle, you can call your Waaagh. And for Grom, it restores up to 432 hit points, gives them plus 24 melee attack, plus 25% base weapon damage, and plus 25% armor-piercing weapon damage, and makes all your guys immune to psychology, which is pretty damn good. So it's really very good. So, we have our basic frontline infantry of our Gobbos. Spear infantry, they're pretty basic, as you can see. Then we have our Goblin archers.
Gotta kill him! Where is Gobbos?
We've got a new unit, or a wizard, called the Fishy Tittlemuncher. She is a giant river troll hag. So they have the ability to access death magic, which is really nice. So you'll see the upgrades we can get from that. Being able to access the death magic tree is pretty good for the orcs, because they weren't ever able to do that before. So it gives them some pretty good damage capabilities. She also has this Swamp Breath, which is a magic missile. Powerful explosion, good against armor, strong versus single target.
River Troll Hag!
You've also got these Stone Trolls. So they have scaly skin, their armor-piercing weapon damage, and that scaly skin gives them extra magic resistance, missile resistance, and then also they have a bit more armor, I believe, than normal trolls. And then we've also got river trolls, who have significantly less armor, but do have aquatic regeneration. I believe they have a stink to them that causes, overwhelming odor. So they give -6 melee attack because of their stink. So they're pretty good at helping destroy those units.
The biggest war boss! Grom the Paunch!
And then we've got our pump wagons. So these are a pretty cool little unit that's been introduced as well, as you can see here. They have Unstoppable, so this unit has an improved effectiveness at knocking back enemy upon collision. So they will be really good at flying through people. They have Armor Piercing, Armor Sundering. They are an expendable unit as well. They're really good against infantry, and they do have Pump Harder Lads. So this increases this unit's ability to knock back enemies while active. So disabled if not charging. So whenever they charge, this Pump Harder Lads comes into effect, and they get quite a few charge bonuses, speed bonuses, so on and so forth.
What you want?
Grom the Paunch!
Stickers ready!
Okay, let's go.
Better than them! Gonna kill 'em! Moving fast!
Here, Grom
Let's
goes.
get our pump wagons going out this way.
Faster! Faster! No stopping!
Grom the Paunch!
Oh, please! Please! Waaagh! Stubbers ready!
You, charge in there. Let's go.
Let's rock! Make it hurt!
Chariot's on its way! Grom don't fail!
Come on. Go, go, go.
Find crash! Pivot now! Hey! Have it! Into it! Ha! Ha!
Right and ready! Swinging!
And you guys, charge into the back. I don't even really get a chance to cast any of your spells, which is funny. She's actually pretty good in battle too, as you can see. And Waaagh! Oh gosh. So even though that was a pretty easy battle, you got to see the units. So I will have to be a lot more strategic in most battles. Generally, I'll be trying to send the trolls around the back to get some
Told you we'd win,
hammer and
boys.
anvil going, along with pump wagons and things like that.
This is Grom's place now!
Um,
Lovely, lovely loot!
let's loot and occupy.
Getting Grom's ult! Grom the Paunch! These stupid gits still don't get it! I's the biggest round here! Ain't no one fit to rule these lands but me! If their boss don't bow to the Goblin King, I'll just do what I always do and squash him!
You have obtained some scrap, my lord. The spoils of war are not just the looted wealth of defeated foes, but also scrap materials from their weapons and armor, which can be repurposed to equip your own troops.
Okay,
Your
so
path of violence and destruction has begun, mighty lord. Your reputation growing with every victim and settlement that falls before you. Continue warmongering, and you will eventually gain momentum enough to make the call to Waaagh.
So as you can see, our Waaagh started to build up, and I will quickly show you what they mean by scrap upgrades. So we have this little bar here now, or this option, on each of our units, and we can do a scrap upgrade when we research the technology, obviously. So for our goblins, we can get scrap armor, so we give them plus 25 armor, or spiky weapons, so they get a little extra armor piercing damage. So you can make a pretty tanky front line of goblins actually in Grom the Paunch's army. For the basic goblin archers, you can give them ammo sacks, skin sacks, which gives them extra ammunition, or they can get plus 400% armor piercing missile damage. The thing is, they only start with 1 armor piercing missile damage, so that heavy ammo gets them to 5. So they end up with 5 armor piercing missile damage, but that's pretty good for a sorry, a basic goblin archer, to be honest. The big thing comes into when you get these big guys upgraded. So, reinforced weapons, plus 25% weapon strength, boosting that 120 to 145. So that's pretty darn good. Or you can give them extra leadership to stop their weakness, which is the fact that they tend to rout pretty quickly. Oh.
Conqueror!
For these guys, same thing, extra weapon strength or extra leadership. And then for our pump wagons, the spiky rollers, they will get chariot armor, so extra physical resistance, 15% physical resistance, or a plus 10 bonus versus infantry. They've currently got a 20, so that'll go up to 30. So that's pretty good. Depending on what you want to do with them, obviously. Extra damage or tankier. So, now that we are here, I think we want to recruit two more front line and probably one other pump wagon. As you can see here, the comparison between the spiky rollers version and the ordinary version. The ordinary version does have less weapon strength, has less melee attack, less leadership, less armor, 1,000 less health, and it also doesn't have that armor sundering effect. But they're still pretty useful. Okay, so that will give us a little more army to head down towards Greebit's Black Bog, because we do want to gain the Lost Plateau. Over here, this is our pump wagon. What might we want to make? No, I don't think we want to go for that yet. Oh, hello. Ooh, spider hatchlings. Interesting. Does generate income, which is nice. Poison attack and are expendable. Can get a squig nest as well. I don't think we're able to get that here. No. So we're only able to get that here. It does cost us 2,000, but it will generate us some money, which is nice. So this is our defense. Either growth or income. I think we want to go income to start off. Now let's see. We've already got this physical resistance for goblin units, which is pretty nice. We could increase the tankiness and ability of our goblins even further, which seems like a good idea, honestly. Let's have a look at some of these other abilities. I think there are some other upgrades, not in this line. No. In this line, I believe. Yeah, bonus versus large, plus 10 for goblins, so you get extra melee attack and everything for goblins. Reducing combat ability. Huh. Magic items drop better. Yep, extra damage, speed, perfect vigor for pump wagons. Give you some hit points, some extra growth. Extra leadership for goblin units, which is pretty cool. Melee defense +1 in the Lord's army. Leadership aura size. Okay, I think the first thing we do is upgrade to Gobos and then go for Route Marcher. And as you can see here, we can get into our death magic, which is pretty cool. So let's get Spirit Leech going. And that's going to be the end of our first turn. Oh, actually, I do... Oh, hold up. For allied factions, I don't want to see them moving. For enemy factions, I do want to see them moving. And for neutral factions, I don't want to see them moving either. There we go. Okay, Blacktooth's Revenge. At the start of your turn, have at least 50 scrap. Blacktooth's head in a jar. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I heard about this. Where he has Blacktooth's head and tries to reanimate it or something. Grom's ambitions may not have always been black by his actions, but he certainly would have gotten off his corpulent rump to lead Broken Axe's first invasion of Yvresse. Unfortunately, Blacktooth eventually had his head lopped off. But before that, had absorbed copious amounts of power from destroyed Waystones. So much power, in fact, that it made him rather difficult to actually be killed, even after having his head severed from his body. Someone's head on the ground, shrieking angry obscenities at him. So he put it in a jar before fleeing himself. Mostly spurted unintelligible nonsense. Being devoid of a body can do that to an orc. Recently, however, he started saying things that grabbed Grom's attention, claiming that he knew how to get the Waaagh going again. To throw a feast to motivate the lads. Never turning down an excuse. For a banquet, Grom bellows for them to grab some scrap. Get the cauldron fire going, and now. A random ingredient will be unlocked.
Flees. Hunt them down like the beasts they are.
Oh, a faction was already destroyed. That was quick. Obtain a Call to War trophy. Destroy the following faction, Arcanos. In 12 turns. Okay.
Bloated and unstoppable. Off to war. That gets dead. Ransack the gits.
2, 4, 5. I think we grab one more of each of you, like that. Just so our army's a little bigger.
We'll stop this time easy.
Let's have a look at Grom's
You are an
cauldron.
insatiable eater, mighty lord, and your minions are no different. Collecting ingredients and throwing them in your special cauldron can imbue you and the tribe with nutritious rewards, with more exotic recipes bestowing even greater powers.
So I don't currently have 2 ingredients to throw in, so there's not a lot we can do there. But our first ingredient that we do have is troll meat. So this will give regeneration for Goblin and Night Goblin infantry units, which is pretty nice for a tanky Goblin front line, honestly.
Grom's too big to lose.
Let's get that upgraded
No
for
one
some
can
more
stop
gold.
Grom.
Oh, they're going to come out and attack me.
Wants them dead.
Okay, they got lots of goblins, some spider hatchlings, river trolls.
Another day, another triumph. Got it?
Okay, let's go. I don't think I want to battle here because I want to be able to get like around them. But I sure as hell don't want to charge up a hill towards them, that's for sure.
The lads are ready. We is gobbos. We is gobbos. We is better than them.
You is Gobos, you are correct.
We is better than them. Save to feed. We is gobbos.
Okay, so I'm going to set up on the hill.
Gobbos.
Hopefully I can get the trolls to flank around. Will be the idea.
Goblins.
As they run their way up a hill.
Make it hurt. We'll go.
And then our pump wagons can charge right through.
From the fact.
Make it hurt.
Grom the Paunch.
Oh, no, you're supposed to be on 2. There we go.
Pivot roll hay.
I probably should have gone up the hill, but maybe not. Keeping them in there might have actually been good.
Running.
Because they might have all come through. Yeah, it looks like they might all come through here, and then I can actually scoot around.
Going over now.
Gonna kill him. What you want? nuts! Gam!
Grom the Paunch! Off to conquer! Grom on the move! Mind Grom's wheels! Off we go! Yeah! Rolling over! Looking for a scrap!
Okay, hopefully they start coming through.
Moving fast!
What do we got over there? Spider hatchlings. Let's go get them
Time to run!
with the pump wagons.
Hockey stand!
Charge!
Ready!
Wilgam! There!
Made and green! This one's for Mork!
Who can we stand? Me do it!
Fire at them! Go, go, go!
Roll crash! Make it Goblins! Let's go! Get going!
Get 'em!
We going!
Grom, get out! Push!
Lifting it!
Wagon! Time to run! Gotta kill him! Gotta kill him! He is yours!
Oh, charge! What are you doing? Why are you staying there? Grom, get out!
Grom goes!
We do it!
What are you doing? Get back here. Come on. Okay, this isn't working as effectively as I'd hoped. Honestly. Where is his lord? I can't even see the lord. There we go. Charge! Get into them!
Please, Gobos! This fight!
Charge! You need to get out of there.
Conquer!
Gonna stab him! Gotta kill him! I'll fight ya!
Get out, get out, get out! Charge!
Lords are in charge!
Wagon crash! Bedlam pump!
3, out!
Pump! Pump!
What are you guys doing? Run!
No stopping!
Run, you bastards! You, charge into them!
Bring me courage!
Bloody hell, this has gone a lot longer than it should have, I believe.
Come on then!
And I've lost a lot more than I probably should have,
I'll fight ya!
because of the way the map was set up, which is annoying.
Lord wants it!
Get into them!
I'll fight ya!
Come on, pump wagons! Get them!
Right and ready!
There we go. Keep chasing them.
Time!
Don't let them escape. Charge! Come on, pump wagons. Go get them. They're gone. Okay. I guess I only got some gobbo damage. But I didn't manage to get the trolls and everything around like I would have liked.
There's good eating on them. Their boss better cough up. These skits are a waste of space.
Let's go for the money because
Put these skits in the ground.
the regen
Chop them up good and proper. Swap
ain't
'em.
that great. Oh. Yeah, see, there we go, we beat him. The leader of the Arcanos tribe has been defeated. The Greenskins' tribal hierarchy is brutal but simple. Bash in enough heads and take enough loot. Sooner or later you're going to get some mobs and become a war boss. Beat up another war boss in battle, his mobs will become yours too, since loyalty is a concept that neither orcs or goblins really care for. Beware that subjugating another war boss and his tribe also means taking over their territory, leading to a larger empire to oversee. Perhaps just keep things simple and bash in his head too.
You
Yeah,
have uncovered a
confederate
new
them.
cooking ingredient, my lord. Extract its benefits by tossing it into the cauldron, or combine it with other ingredients to create more potent recipes.
I don't like the fact that I got 2 armies already. Use Grom's cauldron to cook a recipe. Got the new ingredient. Blacktooth's head in a jar. We've now got Blacktooth's conjuration. Summons a rogue idol. Oh, nice. Summon units degrade over time. So we get the rogue idol, which is awesome.
Well, it's slow going up here.
Do I want him? Is he any good? Not really. So, I think...
Grom's conquered a lot of mountains. Grom the Paunch.
You can
As you get
stop
swung.
raiding now.
This is my land.
Let's chuck
Walk likes it this way.
the river trolls in with you. I don't want the spider hatchlings.
Come on. Faster than anyone.
Okay, so
Looking for conquest. Oh, moving. The Goblin King.
oh, come on. Bugger. It's not going to let me join the last bit. I should have done that before then.
Mountains. Grom the Paunch!
Okay, I'll give him 1 turn, because that will enable me to get some extra campaign movement range first. Let's now go for... Oh, where is the... Oh, it's up here. The purple sun. Extra leadership on an ally or self and can cause terror. Soul Blight gives minus armor, minus base weapon damage. Or you can go Doom and Darkness. Let's go for getting rid of some of their armor.